Those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our Workhorse Special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Due to popular demand, this offer is extended through September 30th. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
You guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10-plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
The AVCA Beach Volleyball Pairs National Championships are back in Huntsville this November. 64 of the nation's top pairs in collegiate beach volleyball are hitting the sand in a weekend packed with big serves, wild rallies, and high-flying action. It's fast, it's fun, and best of all, it's free. You don't want to miss the excitement live, so grab your sunglasses, rally your crew, and join us at John Hunt Park Sand Volleyball Courts from November 7th to the 9th.
Exceptional outcomes start with exceptional therapists, and that's what you'll find at Johnson & Hayes Physical Therapy. With 7 convenient locations across North Alabama, Johnson & Hayes offers expert care close to home. Our experienced clinicians specialize in everything from orthopedic and neurological rehab to TMJ, pelvic health, and lymphedema therapy. Johnson & Hayes is trusted by physicians and by patients across the region. Visit johnsonandhayes.com and see why outcomes matter at Johnson & Hayes.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's your host, Scott Tyson.
Happy Friday morning, happy Friday evening, everyone. Welcome into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by our very good friends over at Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. We have got a lot of stuff to get through. After tonight, several teams, believe it or not, several teams would have already played their halfway point of the season. My, oh my, how the time has flown. We've got a lot of teams taking off weeks tonight. We've got several teams, though, that are in the thick of things right now. And speaking of right now, Class 7A, Bob 7A Jones scores. And Florence. This one we are keeping an eye on because this week, Bob Jones becomes the first Class 7A team to crack the Class 7A polls. They check in at number 8. They're trying for their first 4-0 start since 2015. Folks are on the road at Brawley Stadium right now, and moments ago, Kalon Triplett from 3 yards out would make it 24-0 Florence with 11:21 left to go in the fourth. But 5 minutes ago, The Patriots answer on a 45-yard touchdown pass, gets them on the board. Their first score of the game, though, they were trailing 24-6 with 3:08 left to go in the fourth. We are keeping an eye on that one, and we will keep you updated as to what's going on in that big 7A matchup. The reason why it's big is because Bob Jones and Austin start the night atop the Class 7A Region 4 rankings at 2, or I should say standings at 2-0. Behind them, a log jam. Huntsville, James Clemens, Florence, and Sparkman, all 1-1. I know it's early, but the log jam is there. We can tell you, James Clemens, moments ago, they stamped the W tonight with a 40-6 win over Grissom. So James Clemens in the clubhouse now at 2-1. Grissom and head coach Pruda Grissom falls to 0-3 on the season. Other games, Albertville and Austin, we're keeping an eye on that one. All right, some scores that we do have final for you. We're just going to bounce around because we have got several scores that are going final all over the place. They're going final every second here. Hey, Athens goes on the road tonight. They fall at Jasper 30-13. That was a huge Class 6A region game. In fact, all of Class 6A Region 7, they are in the books tonight. Hartselle over Decatur 42-7. Muscle Shoals shuts out Coleman tonight 42-0. All right, Class 5A Region A, we're going to go into 5A. Boaz over Douglas, 45-14. Guntersville over Arab, 14-10. The one game we don't have in Class 5A Region 8 yet is Scottsboro and Sardis. We're keeping an eye on that one. We do have one that has just gone final. Just crossed the desk in Class 5A, Russellville over Ardmore, 42-7. So Russellville notches a win tonight. That is big. Russellville checking in Class 5A. KK, they're not getting any. They're not in the top 10 yet. But in that Class 5A Region 7 rankings, they moved to 3-0. Okay, that puts them with Fairview. Fairview gets a win tonight over Lawrence County. So Fairview moves to 3-0. Fairview, by the way, checking in at number 4 in the Class 5A rankings. That's from 5A Region 7. The one score we're waiting on there is Priceville and East Limestone. Keeping an eye on that one so we can get you Class 5A Region 7 all taken care of. We mentioned Class 6A Region 7. We mentioned that the Hartselle Tigers, who, by the way, checked in at number 5 in this week's Class 6A rankings, they were victorious tonight over the Decatur Red Raiders. And let's go out to our Scoreboard Show hotline right early on this evening, because we got to go inside the numbers and inside the game with our Hartselle Tigers and their head coach, Bert Newton. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, 42-7 over Decatur.
Thank you very much. It was a big win. Anytime you can beat Decatur, that's a good thing.
It's a rivalry win. I mean, it's. I know you guys. You've already got a win over Austin. You got a win now over Decatur, so you get the River City sweep there. What went well tonight?
We played defense really, really well throughout the night. We flew around and played really, really fast, and we're pretty violent when we tackle people. So I was really proud of that bunch. And we started off slow offensively, but in the second half, it's 14-0 at halftime. In the second half, our offense came out and didn't do anything cute and didn't do any. I mean, we had some penalties and stuff like that in the first half. And in the second half, we ran it down our throat. And I was really proud of our big guys up front and our two running backs, Jaheim Pruitt and Jaden Morris. They had a big night there in the second half, especially.
Defensively, this team has been outstanding. With tonight's game in the books, you guys have only given up 22 points all season in 4 ball games.
Our defense coordinator, Coach Cole, does a great job with it, and the assistant coaches as well add to it. every one of those guys on that side of the ball has either been a coordinator or is going to be a coordinator. And so, and I help a little bit too. And it's a fun group to coach. They're old. We got a bunch of seniors that play on that side of the ball, and the juniors that are kind of learning from those seniors. Again, they're very fun. They fly around. They're physical. You can do a lot with them because they play a lot of football.
Offensively, another big night. You had 63 last week. You had 46 2 weeks before that, 42 tonight. So far this season through 4 games, the offense seems to have been finding their groove.
No doubt. I mean, our run game tonight was really, really good. And Carter Lee is our quarterback, and he was the captain tonight. And he's a first-year starter, but he played a bunch last year, and he's been really, really good as well. So, again, tonight, pretty big win for the Tigers. And yeah. I was impressed with both sides. Special teams were good as well. We did drop 2 punts, which led to the one score that Decatur had. And we'll work on that next week and try to get that fixed. But really proud of our guys.
Yeah. Speaking of next week, it is a road game at Woodlawn. You step out of region play before 4 straight region games to finish region play. A good time to be stepping out of region?
Well, actually, Woodlawn's going to be at our place. It's
okay.
Homecoming for us. And so we're playing them on a Thursday, and all the distractions of high school. If you can think of everything on single homecoming event that you've ever thought about, Hartsville does it like 10 times bigger than anybody else. So the least important thing in the city next week will be the football game. But that's our job as coaches to make sure that our focus is on that football game on Thursday night. So we're on a short week, and the thing I'm gonna tell the message to the kids is going to be, we got to get better at us. It doesn't matter about Woodlawn or who we're playing or homecoming or anything else, because the next 4 weeks, we're playing 4 teams that could be playoff teams, in my opinion. If we're not elite in our preparation and how we go about things, we can drop one of those and not have have a chance to either win a region championship or be a playoff team and that kind of deal. So next week will be all about us getting better.
All right. Hartsville Tigers victorious tonight at home, 42-7. Their head coach joining us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Head coach Bert Newton. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Best of luck next week, homecoming, battling everything and the homecoming game. But a great start to the season. Congratulations on the start so far, and best of luck going forward.
Hey, thanks so much, and thanks for what y'all do for high school football. It's a really good deal, y'all's radio show, and go Tigers.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Coach. All right, Hartsville Tigers victorious tonight, 42-7. That there in Class 6A Region 7. We have got more scores that just keep on coming in every second. While we were doing the interview there, more scores rolling into the score desk. How about Boaz over Douglas tonight, 45-14? I promise we're going to get through all the regions. We're going to get through everything here in a little bit, but the scores are just coming in fast. We have not had a chance to do it this way because we have been starting at 10:15, 10:20. It's our first time we've started in the 9:30 hour, so this is fun. Addison over Hackleburg, 46-14. We've got Hamilton over Curry, 48-21. We have got Haleyville falling to Fayette County, 61-21. All right, I tell you what, let's get our first break in here. When we come back, we're going to take you to the top of the hour. Then we're going to put the ball on the tee. We're going to do 4 quarters. But let's get a break in right now. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Just in time for early fall adventures, what could be better than zero down on a new Ford? That sounds good to me. Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. It's football and camping season, and we've got a brand new Ford to take you there. Right now, Woody Anderson Ford has some strong $399 and $499 leases that come with zero down and 2 years of premium complimentary maintenance too. Choose a 2025 STX Crew Cab with a 2.7-liter EcoBoost for just $499 a month, or choose its electric brush brother, the F-150 Lightning, just $399 a month. Woody Anderson Ford also has 25 Broncos, Explorers for $499 a month, and Bronco Sport and Escape for only $399 a month. And remember, these leases are zero down, and they come with 2 years of complimentary maintenance. 36-month leases with zero down, first payment due at signing, zero security deposit, just tax, tag, and title fees, and your good credit. These offers end 9/30/25. Now's the time for a Woody Anderson Ford. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
The AVCA Beach Volleyball Pairs National Championships are back in Huntsville this November. 64 of the nation's top pairs in collegiate beach volleyball are hitting the sand in a weekend packed with big serves, wild rallies, and high-flying action. It's fast, it's fun, and best of all, it's free. You don't want to miss the excitement live, so grab your sunglasses, rally your crew, and join us at John Hunt Park Sand Volleyball Courts from November 7th to the 9th.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 256-208-9000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
This is Chris Hancock, the head coach of the Madison County Tigers, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
That was Chris Hancock, head coach of the Madison County Tigers. This Madison County Tigers taking the road tonight, taking on Madison Academy. It was homecoming for the Mustangs. Mustangs gallop away with this one tonight, 48-13, your final there. That is a Class 4A Region 8 score. All right, we're going to take you up to the top of the hour, and then we're going to put 4 quarters on the board, and we're going to run it all down some more for you. I tell you what, let's jump into our 7A scores.
Class 7A scores.
All right, Sparkman gets a win tonight over Huntsville, 38-26. This one was entertaining at the Capitol. Sparkman would lead going into the fourth quarter, 26-21. Huntsville comes back. They take a brief lead of 28-26. And then Sparkman goes on a little bit of a run of their own, and they pull away 36-28. They're able to get the win tonight in Class 7A Region 4. So that bumps the Sparkman Senators to 2-1 in the region play. Huntsville falls to 1-2. Now, we said we were keeping an eye on everything that was going on inside Brawley Stadium. It has gone final. And Bob Jones, who entered the Class 7A polls for the first time this season, trying to go 4-0 to start the year for the first time since 2015. Not going to happen. Florence gets it done tonight at home, 24-6. So Florence victorious. They now go to 2-1 on the season. That leaves the Austin Black Bears as the only unbeaten team in Class 7A Region 4. They were at home tonight taking on Albertville. And at the end of the night, the Austin Black Bears still the only team unbeaten in Class 7A Region 4 as they knock off the Albertville Aggies 23-14. So at the end of the night, we said there was a logjam in Class 7A Region 4 going into the night. There is an even bigger logjam in Class 7A Region 4 at the end of the night. The Austin Black Bears, they're on top 3-0. Then you have Bob Jones James Clemens, Florence, and Sparkman at 1-2. Huntsville sitting there at 2-1. Huntsville sitting there at 1-2. Grissom still trying to find the win column, as is Albertville in region play. So there's still a lot of football left to be played in Class 7A Region 4, but things are starting to take shape. Let's go Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, the one score that we are waiting on is Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City and Hazel Green. Gadsden City was on top of this one late in the third. Should be about done here in a little bit, but we'll keep you updated. We do have Fort Payne and May Jemison. Fort Payne gets the win tonight, 36-18 over May Jemison. That was a big ball game because May Jemison and Fort Payne both entered the night unbeaten in Class 6A Region 8. So now Fort Payne moves to 2-0 in the region. May Jemison falls to 2-1. The other game, which you heard on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone, Buckhorn shuts out Lee tonight, 43-0. So the Bucks, they move to 2-1 in region play. Lee now still in search of that first region win. Gadsden City started the night 1-0 in region play. Hazel Green looking for that first region win. Southside came in 1-1. Southside, by the way, they were open this week, so they won't move up or move down. But at the end of the night, Fort Payne sitting atop the Class 6A Region 8 standings. They're unbeaten as of right now. Class 6A Region 7 we go. Jasper knocks off Athens 30-13. Hartselle over Decatur 42-7. And Muscle Shoals shuts out Coleman 42-0. Early. But if you look at the Class 6A Region 7 standings, Jasper and Muscle Shoals and Hartselle all unbeaten. Now, Jasper and Muscle Shoals, they have played 3 region games. Hartselle has played 2 region games. So Jasper, Muscle Shoals, and Hartselle unbeaten. And then you have Athens now 1-1 in region play. Columbia, Coleman, Decatur, all in search of those first region wins. Columbia, the team in Class 6A Region 7 with the open week. All right, let's dip into some 5A scores.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8, we visit first Scottsboro on the road tonight. They get the win over Sardis. Boaz on the road knocks off Douglas 45-14. And folks, I'm telling you what, this Guntersville Arab matchup, you want to watch some good football, circle that game every year to go and watch. The last couple seasons, that has been a doozy of a contest, and it lived up to every part of the billing tonight. Class 5A Guntersville checking in at number 5 in the rankings. By the way, Fairview, they're number 4. Guntersville number 5, Scottsboro number 9 in those rankings. Scottsboro already in the clubhouse with a win, 42-7 over Sardis. Guntersville, Arab. Guntersville goes on the road tonight and able to eke out a 14-10 win over Arab. We'll break those region standings down for you in a little bit because it's crazy. Class 5A Region 7. Fairview, we mentioned Fairview, 4th-ranked team in 5A, victorious tonight at home over Lawrence County. Priceville and East Limestone. That score, the scoreboard team working to get you that one as well. Should be final. We'll find out here in just a minute as the big board getting ready to be updated for us. Class 5A Region 6, we can tell you Jacksonville, a winner tonight over Leeds, 30-7. Let's bounce into 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8. Now, if you look at Class 4A Region 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is a 9-team region. So they started region play a little earlier than everybody else because they've got 8 region games that they've got to face. Westminster Christian Academy bouncing back from last week's tough loss to Randolph. They get the shutout win tonight. A lot of festivities going on there. Homecoming for the Wildcats. They get it done 31-0. Randolph, they put back-to-back wins in the column. After starting the year with 3 tough losses, they now have back-to-back wins as they win it big over JP2, 44-14. We have a non-region contest in 4A Region 8. Plainview and Pisgah. Plainview taking on Pisgah. Now, Pisgah making the trip over. They were the number 2 team in Class 2A. Plainview in 4A. Plainview did get some votes this week in the 4A poll. Didn't crack the top 10, but they got some votes. They get the home win tonight, 61-30. North Jackson, they moved up 1 spot. For 2 weeks in a row, the Chiefs had held steady at number 10 in the 4A rankings. This week in the 4A poll, they move up to number 9. They were on the road tonight at New Hope. They get it done 49-0. It was homecoming from Madison Academy. Madison Academy checking in at number 7 in the 4A polls. They get it done over Madison County, 48-13. Folks, we've only just begun. We've only got halfway through the 4A scores. We haven't even touched 3A, 2A, or 1A. We've got more 7A, 6A, 5A scores that are coming into the scores desk. We've got coaches to get through. We've got all kinds of stuff. We're going to put 4 quarters on the board. When we come back, we're going to kick off quarter number 1. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by our very good friends at Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama! Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
This is Sports Center.
It's Brad Gilmore with your Sports Center update. The Giants lead the Dodgers 2-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. Kershaw, 37, announced his retirement Thursday, 1 day before he is set to make the final regular season home start of his career from Dodger Stadium. Barring a significant last-minute change, the San Francisco 49ers will start Mac Jones at quarterback for a consecutive second week Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. Asia Wilson was named one of 5 finalists Friday for the WNBA MVP, putting the Las Vegas Aces star in potential position to become the league's first 4-time winner. The other finalists were the Minnesota Lynx forward Nafisa Collier, the Atlanta Dream guard Alicia Gray, Indiana Fever guard Kelsey Mitchell, and Phoenix Mercury forward Alyssa Thomas. For more stats, scores, and analysis, visit ESPN.com and the ESPN app.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming on Monday. Whether it's week 3 in the NFL or college football weekend, I'll recap it all in my Upon Further review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
97.7 ESPN The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's your host, Scott Tyson.
Welcome back into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. And the final scores just keep coming into the desk. We get them more and more every minute. We just got one during the break. Clemens over Elkmont tonight, 50-31. We've got Fife over Brindley Mountain, 54-14. Sylvania over Whitesburg Christian Academy, 35-14. It was Geraldine over Holly Pond, 45-6. We mentioned Class 4A Region 8. We mentioned that one team in Class 4A Region 8 stepped out of region tonight to take on Pisgah. Pisgah coming in as the number 2 ranked team in Class 2A. That would be the Plainview Bears. They were getting votes in this week's top 10, did Plainview, but man, they looked impressive. 61-30 winners over Pisgah. and their head coach, Plainview's head coach, Dale Pruitt, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline right now. And Coach, you step out of region tonight. This comes on the heels of really three tough region contests: Westminster, Randolph, DAR. You look impressive in all of those. You score 50 points in the Randolph game, 55 in the DAR game, 61 tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Well, thank you very much. Pisgah gave us a pretty good fight in the first half, and it was it was a 12-point game at high time, but hats off to them. But our kids kept playing and, made some mistakes, cleaned things up a little bit in the second half, and got it done.
Yeah, most teams usually have a non-region game when they start the season. You guys jumped right into region play because you're part of the 9-team region. You jumped right into region play there back at the end of September, end of August. What have you liked most about your team now after 4 games?
Well, I think they're coming together and they're playing as a team. We got a dual threat quarterback who threw the ball well tonight, which is a very good plus for him. He threw 2 really good passes. And of course, he runs it well every night. And that helped us. Our offensive line just got much better. Defensive line stopped the run tonight. We knew we had to stop the run to beat Pisgah. They had some big plays, but, we get getting a little bit better every week. And that's what, you go 1-0 each week. That's what you want to do.
Coach, who kind of I know you had 61 points tonight. Who kind of led the way offensively and who kind of led the way defensively for you?
That's pretty hard to tell. Offensively, it's got to be the line of scrimmage. We control the line of scrimmage pretty well. Our offensive line did a good job. Brody Hodges ran the ball well, and our quarterback threw the ball, several good catches on receivers, and I don't have any kind of any stats in front of me or nothing. They handed me the phone.
It's a Friday night. We thank you though. We thank you for taking some time with us tonight. It's out of region again next week. It's on the road at Sylvania. Another tough, challenging non-region game for Plainview.
Yes, it's a natural rival. We've played them for 100 years. Our kids know them, and it's really more rival than our region games, because our region games, most of our kids don't know anybody in Huntsville, but they know all these kids around here. So it's one of those games where you go to Thanksgiving meals and you sit across the table from somebody you played against the week, 2 weeks earlier or whatever. So it means something.
Dale Pruitt, head coach of the Plainview Bears, joining us. Coach, after that, then it's back to the grind. 5 straight region games to finish the year. Madison County, North Jackson, New Hope, Madison Academy, and JP2. That's another tough stretch for this team to finish the year on.
It is. And last year at this time, we were like 1-4, 1-3, or whatever. 1-3. We actually won 4 out of our last 5 to end the year. So that kind of pushed us on to a good workout in the wintertime, good attitude, and kind of got us a jump start into this season. So I think the end of last year, where we just missed getting in the playoffs, we actually beat North Jackson, who won the region, but it didn't matter because we didn't win enough ball games to get in.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Hopefully this will carry over to some momentum next week in the rival game against Sylvania, and then hopefully more momentum will carry over as you get back into region play. But congratulations on the win tonight. Enjoy this one, and good luck next week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Dale Pruitt, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline, the head coach of the Plainview Bears. They are 4-0 to start the year after their win against Pisgah. All right, I tell you what, we said we were going to put 4 quarters on the scoreboard. Let's do it. Let's start with 7A from the very top.
Class 7A scores.
We start out at the Capitol. The Sparkman Senators playing host to Huntsville tonight. This one was fantastic. Huntsville would take a lead in the fourth quarter. It'd be short-lived. Sparkman would get it back. They go on. They hold on. They get the win tonight, 36-28. James Clemens over Grissom, 40-6. Florence over Bob Jones, 24-6. If you're looking for an upset, that would be it for tonight because Bob Jones came in ranked number 8 in the Class 7A polls. Austin over Albertville, 23-14. Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Fort Payne over May Jemison, 36-18. We are still, let me see if it has gone final. It's got to be close to have gone final, and that is the Hazel Green Gadsden City game, and it's looking like it has gone final. It has. Gadsden City holds on tonight, 28-14, the final there. So the Titans knock off the Trojans 28-14. We can now fully update the Class 6A Region 8 standings. Hazel Green now still in search of that first region win. So going into next week, this is how it looks. Fort Payne and Gadsden City atop the region standings at 2-0. Then you have Buckhorn and May Jemison sitting there at 2-1. Southside had the open week. They're 1-1 right now in region play. Hazel Green and Lee still in search of their first region win. That is Class 6A Region 8. Let's go 6A Region 7. Jasper at home tonight. Boy, they looked good. Did Jasper? The Vikings looked awfully good. They were getting votes inside the 6A polls this week. If you extended it out, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, they'd be 15th in the Class 6A polls. They were at home tonight with Athens, 30-13, your final there. Hartzell over Decatur, 42-7. Hartzell, they're looking awfully good. They were number 5 in the 6A rankings. Muscle Shoals over Coleman, 42-0. Let's go 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8, we go Scottsboro, who started the week at number 9 in the Class 5A polls. They were on the road tonight taking on Sardis. They get it done, 42-7. They are now 3-0 in region play. Sardis still in search of their first region win. Boaz, wow. Boaz gets the win tonight, 45-14. That puts Boaz as 1-1. That evens their region record mark. And Guntersville knocks off Arab tonight, 14-10. Your final there. What a heck of a ball game. So, as of right now in Class 5A Region 8, Brewer and Douglas falls to 0-2. Brewer had the night off tonight. They are 0-2, still in search of their first region win. So at the end of the night, Scottsboro and Guntersville tied atop the Class 5A Region 8 standings, 3-0. Then you have Arab at 2-1. Boaz sitting there at 1-1. Douglas, Brewer, and Sardis still in search of those first region wins. That is going to be a fantastic region to keep an eye on as it gets tighter and tighter. Class 5A Region 7 we go. Fairview over Lawrence County, 55-6. Priceville and East Limestone. That one should be going final. Priceville was on top, 31-6 a minute ago. They should be going final right there. Russellville over Ardmore, 42-7. Class 5A Region 6. It was Jacksonville over Leeds, 30-7. Let's go Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A. Region A, Westminster Christian Academy over DAR 31-0. Randolph over JP2 44-14. Plainview over Pisgah. We mentioned that non-region game. We just heard from Dale Pruitt 61-30. North Jackson over New Hope 49-0. And Madison Academy over Madison County 48-13. Class 4A Region 7. All right. Do we have West? Oh, we've got Drew Phillips on. Okay. All right. Let's go out to the Scoreboard Show hotline because we were in Class 4A Region 7. We knew this one was going to be a fantastic ball game, and it was indeed. West Morgan prevails over Hatton tonight, 23-14. So West Morgan moves to 3-0 in region play. Hatton 2-2. This is one of those oddity regions. It's a 9-team region, so they're going to play a lot of region games this year. But their head coach, kind enough to spend a few minutes with us, and that is West Morgan head coach Drew Phillips. And coach, everything that this team, West Morgan, that you guys had to go through emotionally off the field this week to come out and have to go on the road, play a tough Hatton team. Congratulations and kudos to your team tonight, winners 23-14.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, our guys, they really handled the adversity very well. It has been a very emotional week for everybody in our team, our school, our community. And, you know, everybody's came together, and I couldn't be more proud of the resiliency our players displayed tonight and throughout the week. And, you know, excited to be able to get the win for sure.
Yeah, Hatton comes in, and Nikita Stover has them playing at a high level. You knew it was going to be a tough ball game. What kind of worked for you tonight?
You know, I thought we controlled the game. You know, our goal was to keep the ball from them. You know, they're a very talented team, and I thought we did just that. You know, I think the first half they may have had the ball 2 times. And so, you know, that was kind of it, to hold the ball from them and control the line of scrimmage and tackle because they got some really good skill and really big backs. And, you know, I think our guys did a really good job of that. And we had some guys really step up with the injuries that we've had. And so, you know, hats off obviously to our team, but also our coaches for doing a great job and having a great plan and for the players to execute it, and the town of Trinity for showing up tonight, making a difference in the game.
Who kind of stood out to you both offensively and defensively?
Our offensive line stood out to me, but also, you know, Nash Thomas, our quarterback's out.
Yeah.
Tighten part low. Nash Thomas comes in at quarterback and, you know, managed the game just like we needed him to. And then Makari Johnson had 35 carries for us tonight and played really well. And then Colin Stover came in and had a touchdown there and played well for us at running back too. So, slew of those guys, and then, you know, defensively, I think as a whole, I thought they played very well.
Well, it's 29 in a row for West Morgan. I believe the state's longest winning streak. And next week, Coach, I guess with all the emotion that this week had and everything, the bye week next week probably is a great time. So this team can just kind of decompress. I know you're still going to practice, but emotionally, maybe you can just decompress for 1 week.
Yeah, certainly. You know, it couldn't come at a better time. You know, we need to heal up physically and obviously emotionally we can, you know, kind of gather some stuff together and then, you know, work on our team, work on us, work on building depth and you know, improving at the fundamentals. You know, that's going to be the focus. And, you know, we got a lot to improve on, but we're going to enjoy this one for sure. And we're glad we could get this win, you know, for obviously our team and Cole Thorne being a huge part of our team. You know, that guy, what a warrior. And you know, we're so proud to have won it for him tonight.
Well, it doesn't get any easier from even after the bye because of the 9-team region. You got to finish with 5 region games to end the season.
Yeah, you know, that's sometimes the hand you're dealt. And, you know, we want to embrace it and try to take it a day at a time and a rep at a time and one session in the weight room and film room at a time. And that's kind of how we try to live. Try not to get too far out from that.
Well, Coach, congratulations. And for everybody here, our thoughts and prayers continue to stay with Wes Morgan. And congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Go Rebels.
All right. Drew Phillips, head coach of the West Morgan Rebels, kind enough to join us tonight. They were big winners tonight on the road at Hatton, and everything that team has had to go through this past week emotionally and everything. Well, what a win, 23-14 over Hatton. That's Class 4A Region 7. Let's get you back into some of those 4A scores. Danville over East Lawrence tonight, 20-6. Central Florence over West Limestone, 49-7, your final there. And we are keeping an eye on one more score from Class 4A Region 7, and I believe we should have it here. Scoreboard team efforting on the big board, and that is Brooks was playing host to Wilson tonight. And the big board is getting ready to show me that score. And we'll get it for you here in just a second, I promise. All right, Class 4A Region 6. Anniston shuts out Hoax Bluff tonight, 24-0. All right, other 4A scores. Hamilton over Curry, 48-21. All right, let's get you into some Class 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Class 3A, let's see here. I know we've got it here. The scoreboard desk just keeps on turning over scores here on the big board. And I wanted to make sure we got you the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A, and that would be Mars Hill Bible. They were taking on Lauderdale County tonight, and they were victorious 42-7. Your final there. And Clements, how about Clements? They roll tonight. They get the win over Elkmont 50-31. Those are Class 3A Region 7 scores. Colbert Heights, their winners tonight over Sheffield 60-13. Your final there. And the one score that we're getting, we still got to get, and that would be Rogers and Colbert County. We are efforting to get you that one here in just, we got it. There we go. The scoreboard show, the big board just turned, and it says 42-35 Colbert County over Rogers. So everybody in Class 3A Region 7's in the clubhouse. Class 3A Region 8 will back it up. Was Sylvania over Whitesburg Christian Academy 35-14. Geraldine over Holly Pond 45-6. These are Class 3A scores. Geraldine, how about this? Mars Hill Bible, number 1 in Class 3A. Geraldine, number 4 in Class 3A. They win to Holly Pond 45-6. And then you have Fife. They're number 6 in Class 3A. They get the win tonight over Brindley Mountain, 54-14. Wow, Class 3A heavily in those polls from North Alabama. All right, Class 3A Region 5, Winfield over Phil Campbell, 55-28. Let's get you some 2A scores.
Class 2A scores.
All right, a lot of these 2A scores still coming in to the desk as well. Tanner over Belgreen, 30-13. Decatur, Heritage, and Tharptown. This one, the last one we had was late in the fourth quarter. This one's got to be final by now. I'm not going to call it, but Decatur Heritage leading Tharptown 49-26. That one's got to be going final. Just not quite final yet. We also are keeping an eye on Lexington and Red Bay. I'm pretty sure that one has gone final. I don't think the big board has updated it for me yet, but I'm pretty sure it has. It has gone final. Red Bay, a winner tonight, 34-21 over Lexington. Class 2A Region 7 section over Cedar Bluff, 19-7. And in Class 2A Region 6, Southeastern over Falkville, 21-14. We got a few 1A scores we're going to get through here.
Class 1A scores.
All right, we've got Appalachian shutting out Eider tonight, 49-0. That's 1A Region 8. 1A Region 7, Cherokee and Vina. Keeping an eye on that one. That one should have gone final. I know there was some stuff going on there. We'll get you that one here in a minute. I do know Meek over Waterloo 64-6. Addison over Hackleburg 46-16. And indeed, Waterloo. There we go. Waterloo and Meek 64-6. Meek over Waterloo, as we just mentioned. All right, it is 10:23 here on a Friday night. Let's get a break in. When we come back, more Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
You guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
This is Ronnie Watson, head coach of the Sparkman Senators, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 the ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. And by the way, when you listen to the show each and every Friday night, all of the music that you hear, the drum line, the band's playing, that is from our good friends over at Lee High School, the Blue Thunder Marching Band. They were kind enough to provide us some soundtrack for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Here is a little bit of the Blue Thunder Drumline. Gotta love it. Reggie Pearson and company, the band director there at Lee High School, kind enough to let us come over, spend a day with the Lehigh Generals Blue Thunder. And they didn't go their way tonight. They fall 43-0, but still, big thank you. Big thank you to Lee High School for providing the soundtrack to this year's Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. And speaking of Guntersville, we mentioned how big of a game it was today. The last couple seasons, when these two teams have hooked up, it has been an entertaining ball game. And it was indeed this week. As Guntersville prevails, they've got to go on the road, make that short drive over to Arab. They get it done tonight. Guntersville, your fifth-ranked team in Class 5A, they prevail 14-10 tonight over Arab. And head coach Lance Reese, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on you knew going in it was going to be tough, and it lived up to it. Congratulations on the tough win.
Yeah, anytime Guntersville and Arab meet, it's always going to be a great game. And both communities came out and supported the teams. And, last year we beat them on a last-second field goal. This year, tied at halftime, just fortunate to get the win in the second half. But I thought both teams gave a great effort, and just one of those nights you're proud to get the win.
Yeah, what did you guys – what were you able to do in the second half to be able to find enough points to get the win?
Yeah, we last week we lost Cam Green, who's a senior, one of our real leaders. He starts at running back, he starts at outside linebacker, and he also has returned a 99-yard kick. So we knew it's almost like we're going to have to replace three players to losing him. And our quarterback, Street Smith, who scored one of our touchdowns, he had to play outside linebacker for the majority of the game and quarterback. And then Colton Borden, one of our receivers, also had to play both ways. So just kind of old school physical football. It took all of us, but Arab really played a good game, and proud of our whole team and our assistant coaches for getting the win.
That's 3 straight region wins, Brewer, Sardis, and Arab. Now you get a bye week right there in the halfway point of the season. I can imagine, I have to imagine it falls at a good time right at that halfway point.
Yeah, it really does. We've got we played Southside and Fort Payne, two really good 6A teams to start the season, and we got in region play. So like a lot of teams, we're banged up, but we're going to try to use next week to watch film and really focus on us and clean up some stuff in all areas of the game that we need to improve, and hopefully we'll get a little healthy. And then we've got to go on the road to Grissom. We actually have to play 4 of our last 5 on the road, so it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Coach, what have you liked most about your team, though, going into through the first 5 and going into the bye week?
This is a fun group to coach. We've got no real issues. They're easy to motivate. They want to do well, and they play well together. And when they do that, and they're kind of self-motivated, it makes the job a lot easier for me as a coach. So we're playing about 5 or 6 guys both ways, which is really a challenge we hadn't had to deal with in a number of years, but they just give it everything they've got. So we're still trying to find some depth, so hopefully we don't have to do that. But it's just been a good year so far.
All right, Lance Reese, head coach of the Guntersville Wildcats, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. His team victorious tonight, 14-10 over Arab. Coach, you knew that was going to be a tough one, so congratulations on the win tonight. Congratulations on the 5 straight wins to start the year. Now you go into the bye week, but congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Lance Reese, kind enough to spend a couple minutes with us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Big thanks to everybody watching on Facebook Live. You can watch on Twitter, or X, I should say, and you can also watch on the YouTube channel for 97.7 ESPN The Zone. All right, we have gone through pretty much all of our scores from 7-1, but as we do on this show, we set it all back up. We go over it because, well, not everyone's heard it, but I tell you what, here's what we're going to do, though. We're at halftime of the show. We need to get our halftime break in. When we come back, we got 2 quarters left. We will do it all next here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Does it really matter which dealership you plan to buy from? Short answer is yes. Hi folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. Taking a little time to find out about the dealership before you buy can have a big payoff. Customer reviews let you know what others think, and that's good. But industry reviews can tell you even more. Woody Anderson Ford is proud to have been selected as Ford's Triple Crown winner, an award that only 1% of the top Ford dealers in the country are able to earn. This is a big deal, and here's why. Ford's Triple Crown is based on superior customer service, sales excellence, and over-the-top service delivery. And again, only 1% of the top Ford dealers in all of America achieve this goal. Woody Anderson Ford is top of the top. So when it's time to pull the trigger on your next car, truck, or SUV, we'd be honored if you'd give us a chance to show you how we earned our Triple Crown status. Woody Anderson Ford. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Johnson & Hayes Physical Therapy was built on treating athletes, and today we treat so much more. Whether you're a high school competitor, weekend warrior, or recovering from surgery, Johnson & Hayes pairs you with a dedicated therapist for one-on-one consistent care. We offer specialized programs in sports rehab, neurological therapy, pelvic health, post-concussion care, and more. Founded by lifelong athletes, trusted by top physicians across Alabama, Johnson & Hayes delivers results. Visit johnsonandhayes.com and get back to what you love.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. At the Aldridge Law Firm in the Legal Town Center, we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188. Just remember, we're here to help, whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete. We're here to help.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly to partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the upper 80s and lower 90s. There's a small opportunity for rain as we head into the evening. Best chance for that is going to be west of the I-65 corridor. We drop into the mid and upper 60s as we head into the overnight. A mostly to partly sunny sky on Saturday. Temperatures climbing into the lower 90s with an isolated shower being possible.
Your Fox 54 weather. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Chad McGee, head coach of the James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Welcome into the program. Welcome back to the program. Oh, it's been a fantastic night. Full of shocks, full of surprises. And I tell you, I think tonight the biggest surprise may be in Class 7A Region 4, Florence taking out Bob Jones 24-6. I think that's probably one of the biggest surprises. There's been some other surprises. And for that, we go out to the Scoreboard Show hotline tonight. We talk to them each and every Friday night to get a good preview of what you can look online and read, and that is Thomas Ashworth from AL.com. Kind enough to spend a few minutes with us here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. And Thomas, tonight you probably had the best of both worlds because you were in mission control, getting just a good look at everything going on across North Alabama.
Yeah, and I mean, like you just alluded to, the Region 4 race in Class 7A looks a lot different than it did a few hours ago. I mean, I don't think anybody really expected Florence to not just win, but win like that. I mean, this is the first time that Bob Jones has been held to single-digit scoring in like 3 or 4 years. And it looked like it was going to be the first shutout since 2020, I think, whenever, it was that. But Bob Jones obviously able to escape that one. But no, I mean, at this point, it still just kind of looks like Region 4 is still up for grabs. Obviously, Austin still undefeated. They're 2-0. But Bob Jones, Florence, Sparkman all sit at 2-1. Then you have James Clemens, who's at 1-1 and still has some games left that they haven't. They obviously still have to play. So, and then Huntsville's still sitting at 1-2, and they still have a chance to get in the playoffs. So, there's a lot of good teams here, and there's a lot of teams that are really looking to get a spot in playoffs. So, like you said, Region 4 looks totally different than it did a few hours ago. But man, it's going to be a really interesting race going down the stretch.
What other games kind of caught your attention tonight as far as scores go?
I thought that Guntersville pulled off a really good win. It's a little far away, but it's one of your sponsors, so I know they'll appreciate it. But Guntersville pulled off a really good win over Arab 14-10. I think that's obviously two programs that are really good. Have been consistently very good. So obviously Guntersville, kind of shows they can do it all. They have some really good offensive pieces, but holding a team like Arab to 10 points is no slouch. I thought that James Clemens obviously was able to rebound, get a 40-6 win over Grissom after a big win over Huntsville as well the previous week. But Buckhorn putting up 43 points, I thought, it's elite Huntsville team that's struggling a little bit, but I still think that putting up 43 points is a really good thing for Buckhorn, especially in a really good Class 6A region. And then Westminster Christian, again, had a really good win. They put up a lot of points. And but probably for me, aside from the 7A Region 4, I thought it looks like Madison Academy is just really finding their stride right now. 48 points against Madison County. Looks like quarterback Charleston Owens is really finding, is really clicking right now. He's a sophomore. Was thrust in really quickly last year, obviously as a freshman. So he's kind of showing off his stuff lately, which is really good for Madison Academy. And they got Arab next week, and then they've got a really, really good North Jackson team the following week. So it's a good time to be clicking for that Madison Academy team.
Yeah, you look at that Class 4A Region 8 right now, Plainview, North Jackson, and Madison Academy all sitting there at 3-0. All three cannot finish 3-0. They all cannot finish unbeaten. So that is shaping up. That Class 4A Region 8, they all still have to play each other. There's going to be some monster games coming up in Class 4A Region 8.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't say that Randolph is out of it either. I mean, they had a really big win against St. John Paul II. They had a huge win against Westminster Christian. So they're not out of it either. And Westminster Christian, if they keep winning, I mean, they had a big win against DAR tonight. So anything's possible for that Westminster Christian team as well if they keep rolling. So, it's no telling what this region is going to look like, especially with, like you said, Plainview's playing really well. New Hopes has a win in their schedule as well. So, I mean, then they've still got some teams that they can beat as well. So this Region 8 is really interesting as well. I mean, every spot seems like it's up for grabs, but that Madison Academy North Jackson game will be the biggest and will likely be the one that decides who wins the title. But Plainview also is coming up. I mean, they've scored a ton of points here recently as well. So credit to Dale Pruitt for the run that they're having this year as well.
All right. Thomas Ashworth from AL.com, kind enough to spend a few minutes with us. Thomas, as always, let the readers know they can click and read.
Yeah, we got a lot coming over at AL.com. Obviously, scores from across the Tennessee Valley and across the state. Subscribe to your local paper right now. There's not a better time to be reading about high school football than right now. We're in the thick of it, and it's kind of weird we're talking about the October coming up. It feels weird to talk about, but here we are.
All right. Thank you, Bud. And so you were at Mission Control tonight. Are you going back out next week?
Yeah, I can't sit still for too long, so I'll probably be at Madison Academy next week watching that one, or Bob Jones, Gaston City. There's some pretty good games next week, so we'll see where it takes me.
All right. Thanks, Bud, for spending just a few minutes with us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Thomas Ashworth, kind enough to spend on a Friday night like he does each and every Friday night here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Good to talk to him. And a big thank you so far to all the coaches that have had a chance to join us here tonight. All right, let's get you into a couple of the scores that we have not had a chance to get through. Springville over Lincoln, 34-7. That was 5A Region 6. I know we hadn't had a chance to get that one out there. Priceville does get a win tonight over East Limestone, 31-6. That is a score we had not had a chance to get out there. Anniston over Hoax Bluff, 24-0. Asheville over Etowah, 27-19. These are just a couple of the scores that the scoreboard desk had just turned over. Hamilton over Curry, 48-21. I know some of them already gone final a little bit ago, but we're just now getting them out there. Rogers over Colbert County, or my bad, Colbert County over Rogers, 42-35. Colbert Heights over Sheffield, 60-13. It was Collinsville over Asbury, 43-19. So the scoreboard desk just keeping on coming with the scores. And we've got to go. I want to pull up one thing real fast. I wanted to take a look at here. In case you are wondering, some 7A scores from around the state. Central Phoenix City over Enterprise, 53-24. It was Hewitt Trustville over Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, 24-0. And Thompson over Vestavia Hills, 35-3. Auburn over Jag, 56-0. All right, let's get our last break in here. When we come back, you never know who's going to join the show. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Sure, Valley Equipment Rental takes care of the homeowner and his needs, but how about the pros out there? Well, Valley Equipment has the big stuff as well. The equipment you need to get any job done. I'm talking about the big track hoe excavators, from the 30,000-pound mid-size one to the big boy 50,000-pound units. Need a dozer on the job? Well, they've got them up to 105 horsepower, and that's a good-sized machine. Plus, Valley Equipment has more lifts than anyone around. Up to 80-foot booms that reach 56 feet with a 10,000-pound capacity. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Check them out today.
There's a lot of talk these days about who's the biggest. I'm attorney Gary Lackey. Bigger doesn't equal better.
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. We know we're not the biggest. We don't want to be.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. We're big enough to handle your case and get you the help you need,
but small enough to welcome you, where you're never just a number. You're part of our family.
The Lackey Law Firm, 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
This is Bob Gotze, head coach of the Madison Academy Mustangs, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. We're in the fourth quarter, winding down the show. And let's go out to the Scoreboard Show hotline, shall we? Because his team was victorious tonight at home against Elkmont. And they were winners in a big way, 50-31 the final. Brick Pugh, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the big win tonight. And congratulations. We said during the break as we were coming back, you're making your debut on the Scoreboard Show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me on here. And, we were, fortunate enough to get us a good win tonight.
Well, Coach, talk about what went right for you tonight, and who kind of stood out to you.
Our run game was really good tonight. We had Jake Fleming, senior running back, really fullback, but he's playing running back right now because he got some kids hurt. He had 357 yards and 6 touchdowns tonight.
Woo. Wow. Defensively, you do enough. Who kind of stood out on the defensive side of the ball?
Jake Fleming played really good on the defensive side. Alan Jordan, defensive line, did a really good job. Our secondary did pretty good on some plays. Some plays they just looked like they were lost. But Grayson Borden did a good job. Had an interception. Kingston Crofts had a pick 6. So just overall, really good. But offensively, offensive line obviously blocked well, and wing back blocked well. Receivers blocked good on the perimeter, but we had a player tonight get hurt. Alex Moreno, senior for us, wing blocked good all night. I think he had 11 pancakes in the third quarter, and he dislocated and broke his ankle. So hope he's in everybody's prayers tonight, because he'll have surgery tonight, and hope everything goes well with him.
Our thoughts and prayers are out to that young individual. And Coach, how big of a week was it for you guys this week? I mean, you had 2 tough losses. Last week, a tough one there, a close one to Rogers. You come back this week. You have to love how resilient this team is. Kind of regroup this week. I assume you had a good week at practice, and it came out and it showed tonight.
Yes, sir. We lost a tough one last week. One that, we were in late, and just kind of let it slip away from us, got down early and ended up biting us in the end. I told them all week, we just need to go 1-0 each week. 1-0 each week, and you're in the playoffs. So control what you can control and focus on going 1-0 and playing at the standard. I know everybody's going to be tired because I got a lot of kids playing both ways, but man, they fight their guts out for me every time they get out there.
Well, and next week, let's look ahead to next week. You're back at home. It's a battle of Limestone County, so to speak, as Tanner pays a visit. And I am sure this is one of those games where everybody kind of knows everybody.
Yeah, and, it's always been a good little rival. Their coach, Big Matt, I always loved him, one of my good buddies. So it'll be a good game for everybody to come to.
All right, Brick Pugh, head coach of the Clemens Colts, kind enough to joining us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Best of luck next week. Out-of-region game. Then you're going to finish the schedule off, though, with 4 tough ones: Lauderdale County, Colbert County, Sheffield, and the top-ranked team in 3A, Mars Hill.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Brick Pugh, kind enough to join us. All right, let's put it up on the tee, the ball on the tee. Let's run it all down, shall we? From 7 to 1. 7A, baby.
Class 7A scores.
Class 7A, the big one tonight, Sparkman over Huntsville, 36-28, and then James Clemens over Grissom, 40-6. The shocker of the night, Florence over Bob Jones, 24-6, and Austin over Albertville, 24-13. Let's get Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A, Region 8, Fort Payne over May Jemison, 36-18. Gadsden City over Hazel Green, 28-14. And Buckhorn knocks off Lee, 43-0. Class 6A, Region 7, Jasper over Athens. Hartzell over Decatur, 42-7. And Muscle Shoals takes care of Coleman, 42-0. Your score there. Let's bounce into 5A.
Class 5A scores.
Oh, this was a tough one. Scottsboro, who checks in, as we mentioned, they check in at number 9 in the Class 5A polls. They get a win over Sardis, 42-7. Boaz knocks off Douglas, 45-14. Let's take a look here real fast. Let's look inside the numbers for the Boaz Pirates, and let's see what's coming up, because I have a feeling they're going to have a lot of say in Class 5A Region 8, how this one goes down, because head coach Luke Pruitt's kind of figuring some things out. Now, they lost to Scottsboro 2 weeks ago, got that win against Douglas. Next week, it's Geraldine, and then they're going to finish with Sardis, Brewer, Guntersville, and Arab in the region. So they got some heavy hitters coming up. But big win tonight for Boaz and head coach Luke Pruitt. And speaking of big wins, we heard from Lance Reese, the Guntersville head coach. Guntersville, number 5 in Class 5A. They win a close one tonight over Arab, 14-10. Your final there. We said what lies ahead for Guntersville. What lies ahead for Arab? Well, next week they travel to Madison Academy for a non-region game, and then they'll be at Douglas, and then they have an open week, and then it's Scottsboro at home on the 17th of October before finishing up region play on the 24th of October as they will travel to Boaz. Such a Class 5A Region 8 schedules there for Arab and Boaz coming down the stretch. Class 5A Region 7, Fairview over Lawrence County, 55-6. Priceville over East Limestone, 31-6. Russellville over Ardmore, 42-7. Now that is going to set up. It's been this way for the past couple of seasons. Russellville and Fairview, they are going to meet eventually. And for the last couple seasons, that game has determined the region winner. And we've got a bye week for Russellville coming up on the 3rd of October. Russellville's next game on the schedule, we'll see them travel to Fairview for what should be a monster game. It will be I'm going to say Russellville probably will not crack the top 10 in the 5A rankings before then, but Fairview is number 4 in the Class 5A polls. Now, Class 5A Region 6, it was Springville over Lincoln, 37-34. Jacksonville over Leeds, 30-7. Let's go Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8, Westminster Christian Academy over DAR, 31-0. Randolph over JP2, 44-14. That's back-to-back region wins for the Randolph Raiders. It was Plainview, non-region game over Pisgah, 61-30. And then North Jackson blanks New Hope, 49-0. North Jackson moving up one spot in the Class 4A polls. Number 9 this week for the Chiefs. Madison Academy, number 7 in that region. They get a 48-13 win over Madison County. So, as we mentioned in North Alabama, they have the number 3 ranked team in 4A, West Morgan. the number 7 ranked team in Madison Academy, and the number 9 ranked team in North Jackson. By the way, Jackson and St. Michael 1 and 2 in those 4A polls. Class 4A Region 7, it is West Morgan holding on over Hatton 23-14, Danville over East Lawrence 20-6, Central Florence over West Limestone 49-27. Class 4A Region 6, Anniston shuts out Hoax Bluff, and Asheville over Etowah 27-19. Let's get into some 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Marsdale Bible, your top-ranked team in Class 3A. Geraldine, number 4 this week. Fife, number 6. In Class 3A Region 8, Sylvania over Whitesburg Christian Academy 35-14. Geraldine over Holly Pond 45-6. Fife over Brindley Mountain 54-14. And it's Collinsville over Asbury 43-19. Remember, Collinsville at one time was inside the top 10. Class 3A Region 7, Mars Hill Bible, that top-ranked team, no problem with Lauderdale County, 42-7. Colbert Heights over Sheffield, 60-13. Colbert County over Rogers, 42-35. And it was Clements over Elkmont, 50-31. Class 3A Region 5, Winfield over Phil Campbell, 55-28. Let's go Class 2A real fast.
Class 2A scores.
All right, non-region contest. Cold Springs over Winston County, 44-18. Tanner over Bell Green, 30-13. Red Bay over Lexington, 34-21. And it was Section over Cedar Bluff, 19-7. Now in Class 2A, Pisgah comes in as the number 2 ranked, second ranked team. Coosa Christian, number 4. Vincent, number 8. Pleasant Valley, number 9. In Class 1A, you had Hackleburg checking in at number 5. Addison, number 6. Barry, number 9 there. All right, that's going to do it. Wow. Big thank you. Big thank you to everybody for helping make this show happen. Big thank you to the coaches for helping us out tonight. Big thank you to all the scores. Big thank you to everybody. We're back at it next week for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Beach for something other than fun in the sun. The first time I'd ever been to the beach for a football game. So in Orange Beach, they really showed up, they played well, and only the third game they played in this new facility that is very, very nice and impressive, and they had a really good game and a very important region win.
Orange Beach is one of those programs that's been very fast growing. They've invested heavily in their athletic